So last week I shared my review of the Apple Watch Ultra, and since then many have pointed out that there is more to the action button than I realized, and they were right. I was wrong. But be warned, although you can do more with the action button, you can't really do a whole lot, which I'll show you in a bit. So in this video, I will be addressing some of the questions I received in my review, which you can watch here, by the way, such as the usability of the action button for non-athletes, my 3 favorite apps to use, and hopefully answer the question of whether you can dress up the Ultra using a fancier band or not. My hope is that by sharing these post-review insights, I can help you decide if the Ultra is worth checking out in case you're still on the fence. In my review, I said that the action button is a bit gimmicky for someone like me who isn't an outdoorsy person or into sports, mainly because of the limitations of what you can actually program the action button to do. Fortunately, many of the audience have pointed out that you can create custom shortcuts on your iPhone and have them show up on your Apple Watch. So I tried it out, and sure enough, I was able to assign certain shortcuts to the action button, such as calling a specific person, sending my location to said specific person, check on the status of a package in transit, check emails, etc., etc. Here's an example of how to do it. Let's create an action that lets you call a specific person. Using your iPhone, head over to your Shortcuts app. At the top right, click on the plus sign. Click Add Action. At the bottom, you'll see some suggestions, or click on the Apps tab. Choose Phone, click Call, tap on Contact, choose your contact, hit Done. Long press on the shortcut, rename the action however you like, and to make sure it shows up on your Apple Watch, long press on the shortcut again, click Details, and toggle Show on Apple Watch. Now, using either the Watch app on your phone or using the Ultra, you can now assign that specific shortcut to the action button. Also be aware that being able to call or send messages using the action button requires that you are within Wi-Fi range, have your phone next to you, or have cellular service enabled on your Ultra. So yes, it can definitely do more than just launch apps specific to the Ultra, but I still maintain that it is more of a gimmick than anything to the average consumer, and here's why. For one, the shortcut took at least 14 steps, and that's one of the simplest ones you can create. Second, not all iPhone users know how to do this, nor will they have the patience to figure it out. And before you get mad at me, Apple is known to design their products to be as simple and as user-friendly as possible. I can't consider that process to be user-friendly to the base demographic of Apple users. Third, not all shortcuts will work depending on the apps you want to launch. And lastly, it was incredibly confusing and surprisingly hard for me to find a way to create a custom script to run a specific task that I want to work when I hit the action button. And if that sentence confused you, don't be alarmed, because that is exactly how I felt trying to figure out what else I can do with the action buttons. To be fair, when you go to the Shortcut app, you can explore pre-made shortcuts in the gallery. And the naming convention is another thing that just made exploring this feature extra confusing to me. Regardless, you can find a handful of shortcuts to start you off with, and possibly assign them to the action button. Now, I did assign the action button to check the status of incoming packages, which I do appreciate very much. And this brings me to my favorite apps to use with my Ultra. Let's start with Parcel. Parcel is an app that keeps track of your packages, which I think is super useful, especially with the coming holidays. You can even link it to your Amazon account, so whenever a package is delivered, I get a notification on my watch. Parcel is free to use, but if you want to enable notifications to track multiple packages, you will need to subscribe to the service at a whopping $4.99 a year. Yes, a year. That's like 40 cents a month. Up next is Chirp, which is an app for Twitter since they don't have a native app for watchOS. Chirp is simple to use and free if you just like checking Twitter every now and then. If you want to be able to post tweets, reply to messages, or add it as a complication on your watch, you'll need to purchase Chirp Pro with a one-time fee of $2.99, $3.99, or $5.99. Yes, they actually let you choose what to pay, and I think paying for the full app is fully worth it, especially if you are a heavy Twitter user. Then we have Spark, which is an email app that I prefer much more than the default mail app. Spark organizes your emails in a much more digestible way. This makes navigating through your emails much quicker and easier, Spark also mutes auto-generated emails and the ones sent from unknown sources so that you are not constantly being spammed by notifications. Spark is free to use and you can unlock a whole list of other features if you subscribe to Spark Premium. Personally, I have no need for the premium features and I have 3 email accounts currently linked, which to me is more than enough. So those are my 3 favorite apps that I use on my Ultra that have helped me stay productive while not being distracted. Now, these aren't Apple Watch Ultra specific apps, so they should work with Apple Watches from Series 6 onwards, but I would confirm with each app just to be sure. Since the Ultra is pretty expensive, perhaps you're more likely to buy it if you can wear it anywhere, anytime. Some of you might be wondering if it can look good on your wrist should you choose to wear it to the office or to a social event that doesn't involve mountains, trails, or the ocean. Personally, I think a simple choice of watch band can dramatically change the character of a watch. So here's a black leather watch band from Molten Craft that I used to wear with my Series 1 Apple Watch. I'm wearing a sweater to give you an idea of how it may look like with long sleeves. Also, to answer a question asked on my review video, the sleeves do not affect or trigger any of my complications. And here's another strap from Barton Watches on Amazon. This color is called Espresso and is more like a green color, a more casual look for the Ultra, which you can wear as an everyday watch band. So I hope this video has given you enough insight to decide if the Ultra is still for you. Check out my review video if you haven't yet, and if you are interested at all in content around premium desk products or accessories and elevating your work from home experience, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon because I have one coming up that you're not going to want to miss. Thank you for watching and for all the support, and I'll see you guys again very soon. This is taking much longer than I expected. Okay.